Hey house guests, welcome to today's Big Brother 16 updates and spoilers. We're back! And house guest of the day is fan number 1. Okay, so he wants to know, at this point, who do I believe the most underrated players are? I'm gonna say Amber, Brittany, and Derek. I think Amber is a lot smarter than we gave her credit for in the interviews. I think Brittany is going to be a really quick study of the game. And I think Derek has a lot better social game than we were expecting. And I think he's going to do really well in competitions. I think he's kind of laying low right now, and I think that's smart. So I would watch out for them. I think they're going to be strong players. And also, who do I think has the best chance of not making the jury? Well, after one day of live feeds, I'm gonna go with Devin because we'll get there. So anyway, if you want to be house guest of the day, send me a private message on YouTube and we'll get you on the list. Okay, so as of last night's episode, Frankie and Caleb are the co-HOHs this week, but only one of them is going to stay the HOH because of the new Battle of the Block twist. Since we didn't get to see the HOH rooms yet on the show, I'm going to talk about that really quickly. So there are 2 HOH rooms, and they're connected. So that could be kind of awkward in future weeks when things aren't so nice and we get into the later episodes of the real world, when people stop being whatever and start being real. So the first room is the nest room that we got to see during the house tour, and I believe that Frankie is staying in that room right now, and Caleb is staying in the room that's connected to that, which I believe used to be the coach's room, the Pandora's box room. So it's still a pretty decent size, and he has like an actual bed in there. It's nice. There's a couch. It's all good. So now let's talk about the live feeds. The feeds came on last night, and the whole cast was sitting on the couches in the living room, just sitting still, definitely messing with us, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Welcome to Big Brother 16!" And Joey and Hayden were streaking through the house. Everyone went nuts. You know what I have to say? Holy tan lines, Hayden. So, there's your Team America, Joey, who's going to be the 2nd and 3rd members. I don't know. But anyway, we have so much to catch up on. I'm going to tell you guys right now, the spoilers are not always going to be as long as this one. This one is super long because we have so much to get to. We have to talk about nominations, Battle of the Block, have-nots, some new alliances that are popping up, showmances, and the POV competition. So we got a lot to get through. Alright, nominations they had earlier this week. And Frankie and Caleb were definitely trying to play it safe with these nominations. They didn't want to hurt anyone's feelings, so they went off of the results of the 2 HOH competitions. So Frankie put up Victoria and Brittany, the first 2 players eliminated from the 2nd HOH competition, and Caleb put up Donnie and Paula, the first guy and the first girl eliminated from the first HOH competition. So they're definitely playing it safe with that. They didn't want to put up huge threats. They're just trying to not make waves right now. So let's jump right into Battle of the Block. It was Victoria and Brittany versus Donnie and Paula. I don't know what the challenge entailed yet. I haven't really heard about that. No real details coming out as far as I know. But Victoria and Brittany were the winners of that challenge, which means that number 1, they're safe. Number 2, Frankie has been dethroned as HOH, so he's back in the pool after the POV. And Donnie and Paula are still up on the block. I'm sorry, Pow Pow, I'm not really sad about you, but Donnie, oh my god, and Donnie is totally the target. These guys think that he's like some super genius and he can't possibly just be a school janitor or groundskeeper. He must be like a professor or something. What is this, a beautiful mind? No, he's a freaking groundskeeper, leave him alone! They're also just like pegging him as the old guy that doesn't fit in. So they're like, let's get rid of the old guy and no one will be upset. You know what? America will be upset because everyone loves him. So, I have a quick question, maybe you guys can answer it. Can you be nominated again after the power of veto if you save yourself with the Battle of the Block competition. Like, say you're playing Battle of the Block because you were nominated and you win and you take yourself off the block, can you be a replacement nominee after the POV? I'm thinking no, because that would really suck, but you never know. So, I mean, that hasn't really been answered as far as I know yet, so let me know if you guys know. Let's talk about the have-nots. So, it sounds like they had the have-not competition yesterday, and I think that's really nice of Big Brother, considering in past seasons, they've had that competition really early on, and then those people were have-nots for, like, forever, because the first week is so long. So that was really nice of Big Brother. The have-nots are Joey, Hayden, Cody, and Brittany. So of course, they have to eat slop, take cold showers, and the have-not room is back. And this year the theme is ice. So they're sticking with the elements. I don't think ice is really an element, but I guess it goes along with water, so there's that. But they keep the room really cold. They're not allowed to wear blankets when they sleep, so they have these like aluminum foil looking things. Not very warm or comfortable, and it's really annoying on the feeds to hear like the every time they move. And also their beds, they're sleeping on what looks like giant ice packs, and Joey was talking about how it was like this hard plastic, so it doesn't sound very pleasant. But let's talk about some alliances. So, judging by the conversation that we saw between Frankie and Zach on last night's episode, I was like, those two hate each other. Guess what? They're like best friends now. They made a final 2 deal last night. I did not see this one coming. But their plan, okay, so they have this final 2 deal together, and then they want to have a final 5 with Cody and Derek. So Zach is going to work on bringing them in, and then Frankie's job is to pull in Christine. We'll see. It's kind of a weird group, I don't know, but they're really hoping this will get them far in the game. Zach is pretty sure he's got this thing wrapped up. He was jumping around and celebrating like a goon after he made this deal with Frankie. And it was basically like he was on Oprah and he was like, I love this Frankie, jumping around on the couch like, whoa! Yeah, it was really a lot to take in, and it was ridiculous. Speaking of love, Caleb is hopelessly in love with Amber. Oh my gosh, he's like, I just want to take her home to my parents, and this girl, I've never met a girl like this before, I've been waiting for a girl like this for years. And Amber is not on the same page. She might have some feelings for him, but not on that level. Caleb is basically acting like they're married. It's insane. But anyway, let's touch base on Devin. My loose cannon alert is going off like crazy right now. Devin is unraveling before our eyes. I think some stuff was happening before the live feeds even came on, but a lot of people are not wanting to work with him because, like I said, loose cannon. He is freaking out over people being messy in the house and like sleeping arrangements. There was some sort of incident last night which people are calling Sheetgate. I guess he didn't get the chance to clean his sheets before bedtime, and he's really grossed out and he was grumpy. But he also made Christine cry, and that's just not cool, and I don't see that sitting well with people. He apologized, but still, that guy's got a temper. So, one thing about Devin though, I'm into this. He was talking to Amber about a plan last night to possibly keep Donnie and get rid of Joey instead, backdoor her. So the reasoning is that Joey created and then later outed the Girls Alliance. Joey, what? So everyone was so excited. All of America was like, yeah, Girls Alliance. But Joey blew it before the feeds even came on. So she was joking like, oh, it lasted like 15 minutes. This girl has a mouth on her. She is talking up a storm. I think a lot of people are already changing their minds about Joey. I feel kind of mean saying this, but I would not mind seeing her walk out that door on Thursday. Yeah, that Girls Alliance didn't last very long. But let's move on. They had the Power Veto competition today. The host was Joe Costa, who was wearing a bug costume. And the players were Caleb, Donnie, Paula, Zach. It's a really long day. Zach, Cody, and Victoria. So the feeds were down for like 3 hours, and I was freaking out because the way that it was before this competition, if Donnie did not win that power of veto, chances are no one was going to use it, and he was going to be going home. But Donnie won the POV, and I screamed when I found out. I'm not kidding. I think all of America is going to be so happy because it would have been a huge bummer to see Donnie go in the first week. No. So I'm so excited. Oh my god, it's going to be awesome. And I gotta say, look out for that backdoor Joey and possibly even Devin. It could be your time. So let me know in the comments who you guys are rooting for. Are you excited about what's going on? Are you happy that Donnie is safe? And I'll have more for you tomorrow. And until next time, much love.
Edit.